Alright, so in this video I will warn people against dentists. And I had a really bad experience with a dentist who created a tooth infection in my tooth. A dentist whose job it is to give you good dental health created a tooth infection in my tooth. And I will give you a short account of what happened. Now, you know, when you go to the dentist, they will prod your teeth. They will use a little hook called an explorer, and they will feel around your teeth. They will poke up on your teeth, on the upper row of teeth, and poke down on the lower row, and they will feel how soft your teeth are, which will give them an indication of an infection, of tooth decay. Because if you have tooth decay, your teeth will get softer and softer. It will become mushier and mushier, and then eventually it will become a hole and a cavity inside your tooth, creating a tooth infection. Camera's a little bit too high. There you go. I'm going to show you my teeth there. Just hold which tooth it was. So, teeth, and this light I'm using is a little bit strong. I'm using a UV light actually in the morning because you don't get a lot of sun in Sweden. Anyway, to the point. Dentists create tooth infections. Do not trust dentists. In this video, I am warning the public against trusting dentists. Do not trust dentists with your dental health. Just like you can't trust doctors with your overall health, you can't trust dentists with your dental health. I had an infected molar. I had back teeth were infected, and I went to a dentist to get the problem solved. I had to, because it was just, I had to get the tooth extracted because it was just, I had a horrible pain and overall signs of an infection in my teeth. I had 2 teeth that were infected actually, and I got them extracted. So I went to a dentist, and while they were feeling around on my teeth, using an explorer, which is a hook that we use to a stainless steel, sharp pointed hook that they use to poke your teeth with to feel if they're soft or hard. And if they're soft, it gives them an indication that maybe you have the beginning of a tooth infection. First, the tooth will start getting softer and softer, and then eventually will become a hole. So they're feeling to see if your teeth are soft and mushy, or if they're hard, or if the enamel is intact, if it's hard. So I go into the dentist, and they're feeling around my tooth with this explorer, and then she gets to this tooth right here, this tooth. She started poking at it. I could feel her poking at it. I'm in the dentist chair like this. And I could feel her poking at it. And then she stops at this tooth. She goes from tooth, starting here, to feel for a bit. And then she hits this tooth right here. And I can feel her stopping at that tooth, and she keeps poking at it. Keeps poking at it. And then she starts poking harder and harder up my tooth. She starts poking harder and harder on this tooth. And I'm beginning to feel pain as she's poking into it. Because she's actually starting to poke the metal hook through my tooth. So she goes pushing harder and harder and harder on this tooth. She keeps pushing harder and harder and harder. And eventually I can feel the metal tip slide through my tooth. And I'm not like a very pain sensitive person, but it was so much pain that I went like, in the dentist chair as she poked a hole into my tooth. So she started poking at this tooth, and she kept poking with this sharp metal explorer. Kept poking, and I could feel how she pushed harder on the tooth, and eventually I could feel a metal tip slide into my tooth, and I got a pain signal. And I went, ow, because she pulled a metal hook into my tooth, creating a cavity. Creating a cavity. So, yeah, so she pulled harder and harder until the metal tip of this explorer broke the tooth surface and penetrated into the tooth. Went in, and I got a pain signal, ow, like that, because she sticked a metal sharp object, creating a hole, poked it into my tooth. There was no hole there before. She created a hole in my tooth, which is called a cavity. Dentists will warn you against cavities. Like what gives people cavities usually, they eat sugary food, starchy food, they get stuck on the teeth, and after you eat it, you have an acid attack. It changes the pH balance in your mouth. We have acidity. Certain bacteria start growing. I don't eat sugar, but if you eat sugar, or like honey, but especially sugar, something sugar, let's say ice cream, you don't brush your teeth immediately after. Now we have sugar coating the teeth, and bacteria starts growing on the sugar. It's like a fertilizer for certain bad bacteria. And these bacteria create acidity. They make the surface of your teeth more acidic, slowly breaking down your tooth enamel. And as they like acid etch, you could say, like the acid corrodes the tooth slowly, and eventually it becomes a cavity, a hole in the tooth. Like it slowly etches with acid, like starts breaking down your tooth, and eventually it becomes a hole. It takes some time. That might take 6 months. If I stop brushing my teeth every day and ate sugar every day, maybe after 6 months, the acid of these bacteria from not brushing my teeth into sugar will create a hole in my teeth. But this dentist, whose job it is to give me good dental health, not mental health, dental health, she created that hole in less than 3 minutes. So, sum it up. I go to the dentist. I have other teeth. I need to get a tooth back here pulled. Go to the dentist to get pulled, and now she's exploring my teeth, doing a checkup. She stops at this tooth with the explorer, which is a sharp metal hook, and I can feel it stop, and she keeps poking at it, keeps poking at it, keeps poking at it, and then she starts pushing harder and harder and harder, pushing harder and harder on the tooth, until I can feel a metal tip slide into my tooth, and it gives you a pain signal, like, ow, because she poked a hole in my tooth. So she created a cavity in my tooth. And since then, I've had a tooth infection in this tooth. So the dentist created a tooth infection in my tooth. Really, if I lived in America, I would sue the living daylights out of it. If I lived in America, where it's easy to sue people, I would sue the living daylights out of it. Because the dentist created damage to my body. She poked a hole in my tooth, and this is more than 1 year ago. Because of that, I've had, I don't know how many hundreds of hours of pain. And not only pain, coinciding with, intermittently, I will get, like, it will be okay. I won't feel any pain in my teeth. Then, like a certain week, suddenly I will start having a dull pain in the tooth. This tooth that I've never had pain in before in my entire life. So I went to the dentist, and she poked it with a metal thing, gave me pain. I go home. After that, I've started intermittently sometimes having pain in this tooth. The same tooth she poked me with this feeler. So she created a tooth infection. And I will live my life normally, no pain in my teeth. And then suddenly, one day, I will start having a little bit of pain in this tooth. And coinciding with the pain in the tooth, I will get pain in my neck too. I will get neck pain. So at the same time that I get pain in this tooth, I will get pain in my neck too. So they coincide with the tooth pain in this tooth, I will get pain in my neck. And I will also feel my brain inflammation increasing. So these three happen together. I will get, like, let's say tomorrow, because it will go on and off. Let's say tomorrow I wake up and I feel pain in this tooth. At the same time, I will feel pain in my neck, and I will feel like pressure in my head. Dentists are not to be trusted. And this video is to warn you, the public, against trusting dentists. Do not trust dentists. They are incompetent. and they destroy people's health, dental health and overall health. A vitamin C expert called Thomas Levy, he's talked about how dentists do a fatally flawed procedure called a root canal, which creates a silent tooth infection in your tooth. Now, because I don't have a root canal in this tooth, the dentist poked a hole in, creating a tooth infection, giving me pain and increased inflammation in my body when I already have brain inflammation to deal with, and neck pain. Because I still have a nerve supply, a nerve inside the tooth, I can feel the pain. When dentists make root canals, they drill out a tooth, they sterilize it as best as they can. They cannot achieve full sterilization. There's going to be bacteria in there when they seal it up again. They drill out the tooth, they remove the nerve and the blood supply inside of the tooth, which means you can't have pain there. You can have like a burning infection inside your tooth, you're not going to feel pain because you don't have a nerve sending the pain signal to the brain and you feel pain in the tooth. You can't feel pain inside that tooth, but there's no warning sign. Now I have a warning sign because I still have a nerve going through this tooth. I can feel pain there, indicating an infection. But if you have a root canal, the dentist will drill into your tooth, remove the nerve, which is what gives you a pain signal, like a warning sign something's wrong with this tooth, and the blood supply, so your immune system can't access the tooth and will deal with infection. And you create like a super toxic infection with your root canal. Dentists create this fatal flawed procedure. They do this fatal flawed procedure called root canal in your tooth, creating a silent tooth infection, which grows anaerobic bacteria, certain bacteria that thrive in an oxygen-starved environment, because it's sealed like sarcophagus, like a mummy. And these bacteria will go into your body, circle in your body, and it gives people heart attacks, and it gives them strokes, and it gives them a high-level inflammation in the body, because you have bacteria, very toxic bacteria, leaking into your body. And sometimes they will deposit in your heart, give you a heart attack, or in your brain, give you a stroke, or sometimes in your spine, they will deposit in your back or neck, and the bacteria will start eating away at something, and then eventually you'll have a problem. So because this dentist poked a hole in my tooth, creating a tooth infection, I've had, I don't know how many hundreds of hours of pain since then in my tooth to deal with, increased brain inflammation, and neck pain, and having to spend a lot of more money than I normally do on antioxidants to counter the inflammation effect of the tooth infection. And it's this tooth right here. Now, I have brown teeth. I take care of my teeth. I brush my teeth every day, carefully, using non-fluoride toothpaste. You shouldn't use fluoride. Retarded dentists will also recommend you use fluoride. Use fluoride mouthwash. Use extra fluoride mouthwash. I got the advice from a dentist once. Use extra much. You go to the pharmacy and buy mouthwash with extra fluoride in it. And they will recommend fluoride toothpaste. These incompetent idiots that wreck people's health. Yeah, my point was like a disclaimer, as I'm showing my teeth get a little bit brownish yellow, is because I drink turmeric coffee every day, 4 times a day to lower inflammation in my body, which means I make instant coffee, and then I put about 1 teaspoon, most of the time, of turmeric powder, yellow turmeric powder there, and up to a teaspoon of ginger powder, and some black pepper, and then coffee, and I drink that like 4 times a day usually, 4 cups a day. So the turmeric will stain my teeth and make them brownish yellow like this. I mean, it's not really bad, but they're not like toothpaste commercial white. Now that I've done that disclaimer, I can get to the point of showing my tooth here. It's this tooth that she poked a hole in with the feeler, and I've never in my life had pain in this tooth. Never in my life have I had pain in that tooth before I went to this dentist. After, not one time in my life have I had pain in that tooth, that specific tooth. After I went to the dentist and she poked at it with a explorer, and I could feel it sliding into my tooth, creating a hole in my tooth by poking really hard. I could feel it pushing really hard. So the top of my head wanted to go up. She was pushing really hard on this Explorer until I felt it like slide in, and I'm like, ow, because it created a hole and poked into the tooth. She created a tooth cavity. The dentist created a tooth infection in my tooth. That's the 1984 world we're living in now. Doctors destroy health. Dentists destroy dental health. So the dentist created a tooth infection, this tooth. And I might have to go and get it extracted eventually. Right now, I'm treating it by using, upping my antioxidant intake. I have to spend maybe $100 extra a month on antioxidant supplements to deal with inflammation, and colloidal silver to treat it topically. Yeah, really, maybe she should be in prison. Maybe she should be in prison for doing that. And I'm not whining up, like, I'm just saying I'm pissed because I go to a dentist, she creates a tooth infection, and since then it's increased my brain inflammation I'm already dealing with. I get neck pain and I get tooth pain, so it's lowering the quality of my life. That I went to a dentist, and she started feeling around my mouth with this dental explorer, creating a hole in my tooth. And since then, I'm sort of having intermittent pain there, feeling pressure in my head, indicating brain inflammation. I've had problems with brain inflammation in my life because of having autism and stuff. So you learn, if you had inflammation, increased levels of inflammation all your life, you learn to sense the levels of inflammation in your body. You can tell when it goes up and when it goes down. Similar to how a diabetic, after having diabetes for 10 years, they learn to sense that, oh, I feel like my blood sugar is a little bit high or it's a little bit low. They learn to sense it even without the meter. You need a meter to get a precise measurement, like it's 2.8 or 4.6. But you can still feel it in general that, oh, I feel it's a little bit higher than normal, or my blood sugar is a little bit higher than normal, or a little bit lower than normal. Because I'm dealt with inflammation so long, I've learned to sense when the inflammation goes up, when it goes down. And it's increased my brain inflammation. At the same time, when I get pain in this tooth, I will get pain in my neck, and I will also get increased brain inflammation. I will feel the inflammation increasing. Because a dentist, whose job it is to give me good dental health, created a tooth infection in my tooth. Yeah, so that's a negative testimony. The reason I'm sharing this is because people need to know, so they don't trust dentists. And here's the most important point. When you go to a dentist and they take out this hook, at that point you tell them you don't want them to use the Explorer. Or at the beginning, before they even start pulling out instruments and feel around your mouth, you tell them, hey, I don't want you to use a dental Explorer, this hook thing that you feel the teeth with. I don't want you to do that. I recommend you to do that. Tell them not to use the dental Explorer to poke around your teeth with its sharp metal hook. Tell them to not do that. That's what I recommend you to do. And do not get a root canal. It's better to extract the tooth than to get a root canal. And in this video description, I will include a link to vitamin C expert Tom Levy, where he talks about how a lot of people are dying and get health problems from root canals. And he goes into the details specific of how the root canal procedure creates disease and death in a lot of cases. I will include it in the video description. I'll put in the one or more videos from Tom Levy about the fatal flawed procedure called a root canal. And I will include a link to an article about the dentist using the Explorer. And I'll put on my glasses because I have a UV light on my. It has like a clamp, and I put it on my computer screen. So when I'm sitting at the computer, I get UV light on my face. Right now in Sweden, there's not a lot of sunlight. Okay, I'll show you here. I'll screen share. Okay, there you go. Here, this is an article from Oral Wellness. Can a routine visit to the dentist actually cause tooth decay? And here they show you the Explorer. This is what the Explorer looks like. I'm going to double check that I'm screen sharing. Yes, I am. Okay. This is the Explorer. Looks like a hook, a sharp hook. And they use this mirror to look at your teeth. And then the dentist goes from tooth to tooth, poking your tooth with this to feel if it's soft and mushy, indicating that there's the beginning stages of tooth decay, softening up the tooth, and then eventually will lead to a tooth infection. But what's the point of using it when using this created a tooth infection by her poking so hard, not on this tooth, but the one behind it, poking so hard on this tooth that it slid through and created a hole, created a cavity. She created a cavity using this hook by pushing it hard into my tooth, creating a cavity in my tooth and a following tooth infection with a lot of health problems as a result, and decreased quality of life due to hundreds of hours of pain in total since then. What's the point? To create that problem she created in less than 3 minutes by poking my tooth with this thing, I would have had to eat, it's hard to say exactly, but let's say like eating sugar every day, eating candy and ice cream every day and never brushing my teeth. Maybe it will take 6 months before the acid would have etched a hole into my tooth, creating this tooth infection I have. I got that in 3 minutes, that problem in 3 minutes from a dentist instead of 6 months from not taking care of my mouth. A dentist created that problem in 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes. And this is the article, and I will include a link to this article in the video description. The article is called, "Can a routine visit to the dentist actually cause tooth decay? Is it possible that a routine dental visit could actually increase the risk of tooth decay by making remineralization of surface decay more difficult?" And let's slide down here to here. We have heard many stories from customers sharing with us how the dentist pushed too hard and punched through the compromised area into the softened interior of the decayed area. That's what she did to me. She pushed so hard with this sharp metal hook that I could feel it sliding into my tooth, giving me a sharp, sudden pain signal to where I like jolted in my seat and went, ah, like that. And I'm pissed. And I'm hoping to use this bad experience that I had to warn other people so they don't have to get the same problem by trusting the dentist. I didn't trust her, but I should have known. So yeah, that's I will include a link to this article in the video description and to some videos from Tom Levy where he talks about how bad dentists are, basically. In Tom Levy's videos, he talks about Tom Levy has several videos where he talks about how bad a root canal is, which is something the dentists like to do. They like to give you a root canal. So you have a tooth infection, they drill out the tooth, they remove the nerve and blood supply, and then they seal it up, and then bacteria starts growing inside of there, and growing, and becoming more and more. You get more and more bacteria inside your tooth, and this bacteria will leak into your body, into your bloodstream eventually, and create heart attacks in some cases, strokes in other cases, and just increased inflammation, oxidative stress, system-wide inflammation and oxidative stress increase from this problem, like a root canal. So this is my advice. It's not medical advice. Disclaimer. This is my personal opinion. My personal opinion, my freedom of speech personal opinion. I think that people should not go to dentists and get a root canal, and I think that they should not let the dentist use a Explorer to poke the teeth. That's my personal opinion, what I think. This is not medical advice. Slide over this a little bit. Yeah. So I want to keep this video under 30 minutes, and I've been going for 25 minutes and 10 seconds. So I got 5 minutes maximum left before I will finish this video. So yeah, the point of this video is to warn you against dentists. Don't trust dentists. You just gotta warn people against doctors that you can't trust them. Then you can do a lot more for yourself at home without the help of a dentist or a doctor. Like you can be your own doctor. You can not be your own dentist in the sense of like drilling teeth and pulling teeth, but you can do a lot at home to make sure you have good teeth. Yeah, the point of the video is to warn you against dentists. Don't trust them. Don't let them poke your teeth with sharp metal objects, risking the creation of tooth infections, cavities, and then a form of tooth infection. And don't trust them when they tell you you need a root canal. It's better to extract the tooth, in my opinion. Yeah, so that would be the video. And if I lived in America, I would sue the living daylight out of this dentist for creating a tooth infection in my tooth, giving me hundreds of hours of pain, increased brain inflammation, and neck pain, and just, yeah, it's not good for your health. So I'll see. I might have to go and get this tooth extracted because the dentist created a tooth infection in that tooth, and it's going to ruin my smile. There's going to be a hole here, like a gap in my teeth, after I had to extract the tooth. And yeah, maybe I'll give her the chance. Maybe I'll go to the dentist and I give her a chance. I'll tell her, give her a chance to make it right. Now, you can extract this tooth and give me like a new fake tooth, some kind of bridge or something. So I won't have to have a gap in my smile because you create a problem resulting in the need of pulling that tooth, extracting that tooth. You can give me something new that I can use to chew on. So I don't have to like chew only here and here. So I can chew normally like I can now without a big hole there and ruining my smile too. You can give me something new, or I'll make a civil lawsuit against you. I'll take you to court and sue you for creating this problem in my tooth and all the resulting like pain, the hundreds of hours of pain I've had as a result of creating this tooth infection in my tooth and ruining my smile too. It can be like somebody does something to create a scar in the forehead. You go to the doctor and they're gonna pull like they're gonna pull like an ingrown hair in the forehead, and they end up like sliding, creating a scar in your forehead, ruining you, making you look ugly basically. Yeah, so maybe I'll do that. Go back to the same dentist, ask him to pull the tooth and give me a replacement, something I can chew on. Not because if you have a gap in your teeth, I can be able to chew on it. And if she refuses, then I might make it a civil lawsuit against her, like a legal case, suing her for damages. Suing her for damages. Anyway, that's it. And I'll edit the thumbnail, and I think I might make a thumbnail of this video with like some kind of warning, like a triangle with an exclamation mark. Sorry, don't trust dentists or something. I'll see what I do. Yeah, so I'm finishing up this video now, and the whole point of this video is do not trust dentists. You cannot trust dentists, just like you can't trust doctors. Looking to autonomy medicine, I've been able to be my own doctor and had great success in treating a number of health conditions and diseases. I used to be so sick and worn down from mold sickness, mold toxicity, mold exposure, MCS, multiple chemical sensitivity that I got as a result of a mold house, brain inflammation, and other things, that I was bedridden, that I could barely get out of bed in the morning. And I doctored myself out of that situation into being more energetic, getting things done, working out, being feeling better, being stronger, from like not being able, barely being able to get out of bed in the morning, having so low energy that I was just tired and exhausted all the time. I've been able to doctor myself from that to where I am now, where I'm high energetic, I get workouts done, I have high energy, I get workouts done, I feel good, I look good, I'm fitter, I'm healthier, I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm just more healthy overall. And I've doctored myself back that by using autonomic medicine using supplements and vitamins and diet changes. I've been able to get cure myself a lot of diseases, and those that are not cured, for example, asthma and MCS, I still have somewhat of a sensitivity to chemicals, but it's went from maybe 80 out of 100 points to 10, 15, and asthma have gone from maybe 80, 90 points to maybe 10, 15, 20 somewhere. And I've done that myself. I could quit my Ventolin inhaler and the antihistamine pills, and I don't need them anymore because I've cured myself. Almost cured myself. Depends on the definition of the word cure. If cure means completely removing the problem, or if you mean making it a lot better. But I've cured some things, and I've made other health conditions that I have a lot better. A lot better. Myself, being my own doctor, learning and getting knowledge about automatic medicine, how to use supplements and vitamins, supplements in general, and vitamins to treat disease and to get better health, get fitter. Yeah. So if I could be my own doctor, you can be your own doctor too. Don't trust the dentist, don't trust the doctors. In a lot of cases, you don't need them. They do some things well, like surgery. If I get shot in the leg, I might go to an emergency room and I probably will call ambulance at that point. And yeah, it's hard to do self-surgery or something like that. You don't even have the tools needed. Yeah, so some things they're good at, but in a lot of cases they're a danger. The doctors are a danger to your health. This is 1984. We're living in the 1984 world where dentists destroy your dental health and doctors destroy your health, and where police are corrupt, police break the law, and people are supposed to tell you the truth, lie to you. So yeah, this video is warning you against the procedure. First of all, the procedure of the dentist using an explorer poke at the teeth. Don't let him do it. That's my advice. It's not medical advice. That's my opinion. I don't think you should do that. Don't do that. And don't let him make a root canal. It's better to get the tooth extracted. All right. So that's going to be the end of the video, and I am finished now. And I don't like dentists, obviously. And before you go to your next dentist appointment, I advise you to read the articles I'll put in the video description. I'll put at least one article in the video description and at least one video in the video description. And I suggest you watch the video /videos, if I put more than one, and that you read the article to educate yourself so you can make an informed decision, because the dentist is not going to inform about the dangers. You have to inform yourself. Okay, so that will be it, I think. Is there anything else I want to say? If you do have a tooth infection, what you need to do is do what I've done. You need to increase your antioxidant intake. You need to take as many different powerful antioxidants as possible. Vitamin C, herbal stuff like ginger, turmeric, black pepper, cayenne pepper, resveratrol, supplement with ALA, alpha-lipoic acid, liposomal vitamin C. You need sodium ascorbate vitamin C, and you need to titrate the bowel flux to get an infection in the body. You need to titrate the bowel flux with sodium ascorbate vitamin C, and you need to take liposomal, open C liposomal vitamin C at the same time, at least one sachet a day. I take 1 to 3 most days now. I take from 1 open C liposomal to 3 a day. You can buy them in packs of 30 sachets for around $50 a pack. And yeah, so one pack of 30 will last you 1 month if you take 1 a day. If you take 3 a day, you'll have to buy 3 packs a month. That will do a lot for your health. All right, so that will be the end of the video, and yeah, that will be the end of the video. All right, goodbye.